Hi, in this video tutorial, we will go over the tools that you need to know in order to write a chapter for the Oral Radiology iBook. Open your web browser and go to google.com. Once you log in into Google, you will see a top bar with shortcuts. One of them should say Docs or Drive. Click on that shortcut and it should take you to what we used to know as Google Docs. If you are still on Google Docs, you will see maybe a toolbar here that asks you whether you want to join Google Drive. Click yes and proceed. If you look here, you see a shortcut called Download Google Drive. Google Drive is similar to Dropbox. It lets you share documents easily with other people. So you click on this and it will download an executable for you if you are on a PC. And if you are on a Mac, it will download a disk image. Once you install that, you can go to Windows Explorer on a PC, or you can go to Finder, and you will see something called Google Drive. And here you can see all of the documents that I put there. I created a folder called Oral Radiology iBook folder, and inside this folder, there's the shared document folder that I shared with everybody. And here you can see the documents inside. Every contributor will have a folder on their own, and basically once you start writing your own chapter, you can have your own folder, and then you can place all the multimedia, all the chapter related files inside this folder. If I go back to shared documents, you see I have the documents that I shared with you. I can do the same thing by going to my web browser, and then I can go to shared documents. And here you see the documents for this project. Let's start by looking at the chapter list. And this document basically lists all the chapters that we intend to have in the book. So please go through this chapter list, and once you identify a subject that you would like to write about, please write your name in blue at the end of the line. This basically tells other people that you're going to be working on that chapter. Once you do that, it automatically saves your edit, so you can go back and you can look at the next document, General Guidelines for Authors. And basically this document outlines the goals of the project, what you need to do, and the things that you can use basically to work for this project. So for example, what do you need to know about creating, editing, and sharing documents? Why did we select Google Drive? Resources that you can use for authoring your chapter, and other things. Please go through the document, and if you have any questions, let me know. Of course, we need to set deadlines, otherwise people will do things the last minute. And I hope that by August 15 or September 1st, you would have finished, if not all of your chapter, basically 90% of it, because it's summertime. Once the semester starts, it's gonna be really hard to continue working maybe on the project. So we would rather try to get the chapters done by September, so we can start doing the editing work in the subsequent months. Hopefully we can get a first draft by the end of December. There are two ways to publish the book right now. One is called iBooks. We're going to talk about that, and there is another platform basically competing with the iBooks called Inkling. I'm not going to talk about this right now, but I just wanted to highlight that. The nice thing about Google Docs is that, as you can see, it's kind of similar to Word. You can have your headlines, you can have paragraphs, you can insert images, and here you can look at the toolbar. Basically, it has some simple tools that will let you write the chapter. The reason why we selected this is Google Docs allow multiple people to work on the same document at the same time. So if we have the author, if we have multiple people working on the same chapter, Well, you can do that because multiple people can start writing on the same document. You can access the document online from any computer, so you don't need to basically start copying files, move them into your email, back and forth, all of that. You don't need to think about that. Also, if we're gonna do the editing later on, you can basically go and see all the changes that the editor did or another author did by going to File and then see Revision History. You click here, and basically this lists all the changes that have been done to the document. So let me select, for example, this one. And as you start scrolling down, you see that the author did some changes over here. Sometimes changes can be dramatic, and in this case you see there are multiple edits. Basically, this is a good way to track what has been changed into the document, and you can restore this revision if you want. Everything that you change, Google keeps a copy of that, and everything is saved automatically for you, so there is zero chance that you're going to lose your work if anything happens, which is a good thing. Another powerful tool is the comment feature. So say you want to post a comment to the author or to another contributor, you can select the text, right click, comment, and then I can say, what do you mean by that? Post a comment, and then next time the person or the contributor comes back to the document, he can see that, hey, I put a comment, can you please help answer some of my questions? So that person can reply back, and if the issue is resolved, we can hit resolve, and boom, it's gone. So Google Docs really makes life easier when you start working with multiple authors. And this is something that we're gonna be doing for this project. So again, if you have any questions, please let me know. If you go to the sample chapter guidelines, and basically it tells you what a chapter should have. So the title, you need to work on learning objectives, sections, graphics, and simple illustrations. I know that most of you have no experience doing a graphics design, animations, or some 3D work, so you don't need to worry about that. Just get the text portion done, put the copyright, graphics and illustrations, or if you are good with the sketching, you can do the sketching on a piece of paper, scan it with your scanner at 300 dpi, then email it back to us, and we will basically create a nice looking high quality digital illustration. And if you are taking pictures, please make sure you follow the guidelines here. This makes life easier for everybody. Remember that this is a high quality work, and we want the book to look the best. And I'm not gonna talk about this in details, but I just wanted to let you know that this document basically talks about the chapter, and we will talk about that in the next video.